Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear. Ton Garbison for Southwest Sports Network gets play-by-play coverage in the 2016 Desert Classic, put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. And we're underway in the final game of the tournament. It's the Upperclass Division Championship game, and it features Gauchos Gray and the Arizona Hitmen. And underway here, it's the Gauchos Gray as the visiting squad. Hunter Lassard leads off. And on the third pitch, is a hit by the pitch. So he had a 2-0 count there, and then the next one, a fastball, comes inside and hits him. Mike Jolly gets the start today for the Hitmen in the championship game. And so he plunks Lassard, who moves down to first base. It'll bring up the left fielder, Wacy Crenshaw. So Crenshaw bats second. It's an 11-hitter lineup for the Gauchos in this championship game. And Jolly, the right-hander, with a pitch to Crenshaw. Inside-out swing there, fouls it off on the third base side, and it's strike one. So it's Lassard, then Crenshaw. Elijah Celaya will bat third. Lucas Wall in the cleanup spot for the Gauchos. Bo Brisky will bat fifth and play right field. So the fastball misses away, and they count 1-1. Hitting sixth is the first baseman, Connor Reardon. Then Tristan Poole bats seventh and plays second. Hitting eighth is the center fielder, Tyler Hill. Zach Lemon bats ninth. Alfredo Zapata, that works behind the plate, and bats 10th. Mitchell Anderson, the shortstop, rounds out the order. He bats 11th for the Gauchos. Now the 1-1. Yeah, that's on the inside corner at the knees for a strike to Crenshaw, and they count 1-2. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Gauchos, who went 3-1 in pool play before winning their semifinal game earlier today. And the next pitch is low, and it's 2-2. Hitman went 4-0 and had a big come-from-behind victory in the semifinals to advance to this championship game. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go along. And Jolly, the right-hander, ready, and his 2-2 pitch with a runner going. A high fly ball out to right field and over near the line, and that's missed down the line. Runner is going to try to get around to second, and around to third base. Will be held up there as a throw comes into the middle of the infield. And so that ball, it was a deep fly ball out to the warning track. The right fielder got over there, but then couldn't get under it to make the play. So that puts runners at second and third with no one out for Elijah Celaya. Chance for the Gauchos to jump on top here in the top of the first inning. And the first pitch on the inside corner, strike one. Jolly with the 0-1, a breaking ball inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the set of a look back to second, the 1-1 pitch, and a ground ball over to first will get the run in as the ground ball is picked up and a tap of the bag at first. Gets the out. So Celaya out 3 unassisted, but give him an RBI as Lassard scores from third base. Crenshaw moves to third. So 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for Lucas Wall. And Wall with a grounder down the third baseline, foul, strike one. And a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And that pitch low and away, nearly went to the backstop, but a good save there to keep that runner tied down at third. The 1-2 pitch, just off the plate, 2-2. And the 2-2, breaking ball inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2, and that's fouled off the netting. And we'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. A run in for the Gauchos in the top of the first inning. And the 3-2, and a fastball high, ball 4. Bo Brisky in and ready in his first look. Yeah, Jolly is a fastball low, ball 1. First and third with 1 out, a run in for the Gauchos. Jolly, the right-hander, ready. And the 1-0 pitch. That's high, 2 balls and no strikes. And check of the runner, and a bluff, throw it down to first base, and that's knocked down. And running, and the runner does take off, and it's a ground ball hit sharply over to third. Gonna have to throw it across to first base. So by putting that runner in motion, it keeps the Gauchos out of a potential double play. Brisky grounds out 5-3 for the second out. Wall goes to second. Crenshaw stays put at third base. So that's where the runners are at, second and third with 2 outs for Kyle Reardon. And that ball hit back up the middle into center field. A hit. Crenshaw will score. Wall waved around. He will score. And it's a 2-run single, and it's 3 runs in the top of the first. So Reardon comes through with a 2-run base hit. That brings up Tristan Poole. And Poole going after the first pitch, fouls it wide of third base for strike 1. Jolly with a set. The runner takes off. Swing and a miss for a strike, and they throw down. And going to be batter interference, so no call at second. Instead, interference on the batter, Poole, coming across the plate. And that will end the inning. The Gauchos get 3 in the top of the first, though, and after a half inning, it's the Gauchos 3 and the Hitmen coming up. Carter Allen leads out for the Hitmen in the bottom of the first, going after the first pitch. And grounds out to the second baseman, Tristan Poole. 1 pitch, 1 out on a 4-3 put out of Carter Allen, and that'll bring up Jordan Burnett. So it's Allen as the leadoff hitter. Burnett bats second. Mike Jolly is third. Jordan Williams in the cleanup spot in center field. You get a swing and a miss there for a strike. Luke Bowman at first base bats fifth. Lalo Jimenez, the second baseman, is sixth. Then Nate Young, seventh. Justin Williams, the third baseman, eighth. Connor Smith, ninth. And Ramon Luna bats 10th. A fly ball hit well out to center field, but drifting back there is Hill to make the catch. 3 pitches and 2 outs for today's starting pitcher for the Gauchos, Cody Fisher. Now Mike Jolly takes a fastball for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Fisher back to the line. The 0-2 pitch and a ground ball. Cut off by the third baseman, Lassard. Throws onto first base in time, and it's a quick 1-2-3 innings. 6 pitches for Fisher to get the Hitmen up and down in order in the bottom of the first. And after 1, the Gauchos lead the Hitmen 3-0. And we get set here in the second inning. And there was a little bit of confusion. Tristan Poole actually went to the plate, but he was the batter that was called out for interference to end the first inning. So it's Tyler Hill who leads off, and he takes strike 1. And a fastball high, and the count 1-1. Final game in the tournament, everything else quiet. And that ball inside and hits Hill. So Chandler hit by the pitch. He'll move to first base. It'll bring up Zach Lehman. Just a few days off, and then the teams will be back at it, some of them anyway, and some new ones as well. As Southwest Woodbat Classics continues their summer tournament schedule, as the fastball to Lehman misses outside ball 1. But up next it'll be the Copper State Showcase. That's this coming Thursday through Sunday. And then the Cactus Classic starts a week from Thursday, and we'll run through that following Sunday. Ball bounced in. That'll get away and go to the backstop, and that allows Hill to go to second base on a wild pitch. Gauchos scored 3 times in the top of the first inning. Turn back to second, and that pitch off the plate, 3-0. And they've got the leadoff hitter aboard here in the second. And a fly ball hit well out to right center field. Williams not able to get it. Hill will be waved around as the throw goes into second base. It's an RBI double, and it's 4-0. That brings up Alfredo Zapata. First a timeout out of the Hitmen dugout, playing in the top of the second, 4-0 Gauchos. Alfredo Zapata steps in for the Gauchos. He'll face a new pitcher for the Hitmen, Connor Smith, on the pitch. Ball 1 to Zapata. Mitchell Anderson next for the Gauchos. Pitch misses away, and it's 2-0. Three runs in the first for the Gauchos. They've added one in the second. Pitch off the plate, 3-0. Turn back to second, but throw tardy as Lehman gets back. And that pitch low and away, and it's ball 4. So Smith comes in and on 4 pitches walks the first hitter he faces. Zapata will come off as Noah Gray will run at first. And the batter will be Mitchell Anderson. Smith takes a little off and gets a pitch over for a strike. And runners take off. The pitch misses. The throw gets away and down the line in left field. I guess not tight to the line, but into left field. Goes a stolen base, and then an E2. Give Gray credit for a steal as well, running for Zapata, so he's in at second base. But another run in to make it 5-0. Pitch to Anderson high for a ball. And a fly ball hit well out to right field. Jolly's out there and he can't get it. He dives, but just out of his reach. Gray's going to be waved around and no throw to the plate. It's an RBI triple for Mitchell Anderson, and it's 6-0. And now I got to check on Jolly out there. He says he's okay. Again, he laid out for it in right field. Hit pretty hard out there, but he says he's okay. So it's Anderson at third. Still nobody out as the first 4 have reached in the second for the Gauchos, and we go back to the top of their order for Hunter Lassard. First pitch to Lassard over for a strike. Hunter was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. And there's a line drive caught by the shortstop Burnett, who laid out and hauls in the line drive for the first down of the inning. Now the batter's Wasey Crenshaw. Crenshaw takes strike 1 from Connor Smith. Gauchos follow up a 3-run first inning with 3 so far in the second, leading 6-0. Pitch way outside and they count 1-1. Here at Goodyear Baseball Complex, the spring training home of the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians. And the ground ball foul wide of first base, and the count 1-2. Celaya next for the Gauchos as that pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball pulled over to first. Runner comes in. The throw to the plate is in time. And Anderson thrown out as Bowman made the play and throws a strike to the plate to get Anderson for the second out. Crenshaw on board then on a fielder's choice. And it brings up Elijah Celaya. Crenshaw takes off, pitch a ball. The throw to second base is not in time. It's a stolen base. Celaya with a ground out and an RBI in the first. And the next pitch off the plate. And it's a ball and a strike. Ball driven into right field, and that's down in front of Jolly for a base hit. And another run is in to make it 7-0. An RBI single for Celaya, his second run driven in this championship game. Brings Crenshaw in from second base, and so another run in to make it 7-0. And the batter is Lucas Wall. First one to Wall misses. Lucas walked and scored back in the first. Runner goes, swing and a miss for a strike. Throw to second base. And safe the call. The throw beat Celaya by quite a bit. Jimenez made the catch and put the glove right in front of the bag. And Celaya was just tardy enough to where he was able to stop and then sort of reach around the glove to get to the bag. The ball fouled to the backstop. Smith with a set as he looks back to second in the pitch. And a ball fouled off the netting. Smith checks back to second and delivers. And that hits Wall. And that'll put another runner aboard. But I don't know, and we only see these teams maybe once or twice in an entire weekend, and we might not see them again for several tournaments even, depending on the team and how often they participate in various tournaments. But It's interesting to see pitchers, and we've seen both Hitmen pitchers do this, where they turn their back. Once they start their motion, they turn their back to the plate to look at a runner. And it's, as they say, it's hard to then find your target again on delivering plate work. Bo Brisky at the plate takes a strike. He grounded out his first time up. 7-0 our score in the second. The one-strike pitch popped up, and that goes foul and out of play down the right side. Two aboard with 2 outs. Gauchos trying to add here. And that ball just about clipped Brisky and just about caught the inside corner, but it did neither, and so it's ball 1, 1-2. And there's a 2-hopper out to short, and they throw across to first base. Is in time, and the inning is over after the 6-3 ground out, but 4 more runs in for the Gauchos Gray, and after an inning and a half, they lead the Hitmen 7-0. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Hitmen. In the bottom of the second, Jordan Williams takes high for ball 1. It's Williams, Bowman, Jimenez for the Hitmen in the second inning. And a ground ball rifled out to short, picked up there though, and on to first base. That is in time as Mitchell Anderson throws out Jordan Williams. 6-3 on the ground out, 1 away for Luke Bowman. And Bowman, the 2-bouncer back to the pitcher Fisher, who will run it most of the way and then toss it the rest to Reardon. 1-3 ground out. And Cody Fisher has had it easy through the first 5 hitters. He got the first 3 outs in the first inning on just 6 pitches. He's got 2 more outs here on just 3 pitches in the second. We'll see if Lalo Jimenez tries to work him into the count a bit. Takes a fastball high for ball 1. Going to go after the next pitch, hits it up the middle and the field and throw on to first base in time. It is a 5-pitch second inning for Cody Fisher. And once again, it's 3 up and 3 down for the Hitmen. After 2, they trail 7-0. Kyler Reardon starts it off for the Gauchos in the third. And going after the first pitch, pops it up, and it's out of play. Behind the dugout on the third base side, that's strike 1. Reardon had a 2-run single in the first inning. And that ball fouled off. Reardon right at the plate in the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. That's off the plate. 1-2. That'll pop up on the right side. It's the second baseman Jimenez back on the outfield grass, and he makes the catch. First down in the books here in the top of the third inning, and it brings up Tristan Poole. And the first pitch to Poole over the outside corner, strike 1. Tyler Hill next for the Gauchos. They lead the Hitmen 7-0 in this Upperclass Division Championship game as we play in the top of the third inning. Pitch misses for a ball on the count 1-1. Ball off the handle of the bat, fouled back to the netting, and the count 1-2. Poole was out on batter interference in the first inning. Ball behind him. And the count goes to 2-2. Kyler Reardon was at first base with a 1-strike count on the batter Poole when Reardon took off for second. And in the estimation of the umpire, Poole interfered with the catcher trying to make a throw. And there's a swing and a miss and a strike. And Poole is out, number 2. The batter is Tyler Hill. With a swing and a miss for a strike. Tyler hit by a pitch. When he came up for the first time in the second inning, he was hit and then moved around the bases and scored a run. It's over for a strike. Pop up, that's foul out of play, first base side. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the third inning. 7-0 Gauchos. Another high pop up, and this one back behind home plate, out of play. And the 0-2. Another high pop up and another one out of play. This one on the third base side. So Hill's used all the different areas in foul territory here. Another one fouled out of play. Pitch high for a ball. Next one misses, and it's 2-2. A lengthy at bat here for Tyler Hill. He's fouled off several pitches to extend the at bat, and fouls off another one. Pitch high, 3-2 to Hill. 10 pitch at bat to this point. Number 11 coming up from Connor Smith to Tyler Hill. The 3-2. And a pop up. This one should be playable, and it's the pitcher Smith rather. that is there to make the catch. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Gauchos in the third. After 2.5, they still lead 7-0. Nate Young leads it off and rolls a ground ball out to second base. And a throw on to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. Hitmen not bashful here in this championship game, trailing 7-0, but they're still swinging the bats. And they're swinging it here in the third inning against a new Gauchos pitcher as Easton Buckley is on to pitch. And he'll face Justin Williams. First one inside, ball 1. It's 7 up and 7 down for the Hitmen to this point. Looking for their first base runner of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch. Bounced in, 2-0. Next one misses. 3 balls and no strikes. That's up and in, and it's ball 4. So Williams walks on 4 pitches. First base runner of the game for the Hitmen. And the batter is Connor Smith. First one to Smith, misses for a ball. And the pitch over for a strike. It's 1-1. And that pitch over for a strike. And it's 1-2. 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Hitmen trailing the Gauchos 7-0. Batting in the bottom of the third in this championship game. Ball bounced in, and it's 2-2. Turn and a throw to first and the runner back. Got a new runner in there instead of Justin Williams. It's Skeeter Striglers. And a ground ball as a runner took off. He stopped for some reason. So he's out at second base. I thought they tapped the bag out there at second. And now they're going to say the base umpire says that he was off the bag at second. So they'll work to sort that out. We'll see if maybe they'll ask the umpires to come together and see what each of them saw. Interesting play there, though, that that ball was cut off by the third baseman, and then it was the pinch runner that had just come into the ball game, Skeeter Striglers, for whatever reason, stopped halfway between first and second. And it threw things off. The Gauchos knew that he was on the move trying for second base on a steal. And so they were really at that point content to just throw it across to first base to get him out at first. But once they saw that the runner had stopped between first and second, they threw it out to second base, and I don't know if maybe the umpire just kind of lost track of the play there. And that is, I think, probably what happened. So they do call the runner out at second. And so it goes as a 5-4 force at second, a fielder's choice for Smith, who is aboard at first base. And the batter is Ramon Luna. First one to Luna, low and away, ball one. And the pitch over for a strike, and they count 1-1. And a breaking ball from Buckley over for a strike. It's 1-2. Smith with the lead off first. And that ball bounced in. That'll get Smith to second base on a wild pitch. And the count goes to 2-2. First runner in scoring position for the Hitmen. It comes with 2 outs here in the third inning. Again, Gaucho pitchers combined to retire the first 7 hitters of the game. Zapata out for a quick word with Buckley. And the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. The ball in the dirt, so they'll throw down to first base. And that will retire Luna, and it retires the Hitmen in the bottom of the third inning after 3. They still trail 7-0. Bottom 3 in the order for the Gauchos in the fourth. Zach Lehman with a swing and a miss for a strike. Zach had an RBI double his first time up. Also scored a run for the Gauchos. Pop up first base side. And Jimenez calls off Bowman, the first baseman, to make the catch. 1 away. First one to Alfredo Zapata, misses for a ball. And a ground ball. Foul down the third base line, and they count 1-1. A breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Top of the fourth inning from Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear. It's the Upperclass Division Championship game of the 2016 Desert Classic. Fastball up and in, 3-1. Ball down the right field line, and that's foul. And that pitch in the dirt for ball 4 sends Zapata to first base. And it brings up Mitchell Anderson as Noah Gray will run at first base for the catcher. I said Anderson, it's actually going to be Cody Fisher to bat. Runner goes, and a ball hit on the ground turns into an eye-high hop. And a throw to first base gets Fisher for out number 2. Gray moves to second base. And the batter will be Hunter Lassard. First one of the Lassard over for a strike. Runner at second and 2 outs in the 4th. And a big jump. Ground ball rolled out to short. Scooped up there and fired to first base. And that's in time. And the inning is over. Gauchos turned away again after 3.5. They still lead 7-0. Top of the order for the Hitmen in the bottom of the 4th inning. Carter Allen takes ball 1. Jordan Burnett, Mike Jolly scheduled to follow. And a ground ball hit sharply up the middle, and that's off the second baseman. And Allen aboard at first base. Noah Gray in there now as the second baseman for the Gauchos. The ball was hit sharply enough, and Gray had to go a long way to his right that might go as a base hit. But either way, the Hitmen get the leadoff hitter aboard. Jordan Burnett now at the plate. And he takes high for ball 1. Next one bounced in, and the runner bluffs but does not take off. Throw over to first and the runner back. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, that's a fastball nowhere near the strike zone. Ball 4, and that puts the first 2 aboard. Batter is Mike Jolly. The first one to Jolly is low for a ball. Chance for the Hitmen to get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cut into a 7-0 deficit. There's a pitch over for a strike. It's 1-1. Set the 1-1 from Buckley. And that misses for a ball. 2-1. Ball fell to the netting, and the count goes to 2-2. First and second with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hitmen trailing the Gauchos 7-0 in this Upperclass Division Championship game. Jolly, I think, thought maybe that was strike three, but it's called a ball, and the count runs to 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch hits Jolly. A big thud as it gets him in the back. And that will load the bases. That'll bring up Jordan Williams with the bases loaded and no one out for the Hitmen in the bottom of the fourth. First one to Williams, sets high, goes to the backstop, and that's going to get a run in. So the Hitmen on the board. A wild pitch scores Carter Allen. The other runners move up 90 feet. And so with the Hitmen on the board, they cut it to 7-1. Still a couple of runners in scoring position. Williams lays off a pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike. Buckley with a set, the 2-1 pitch, and a ground ball. That's foul just outside of third base, and the count goes to 2-2. Still nobody out in the inning for the Hitmen. And ball fouled off of Williams at the plate, and we stay 2-2. I mentioned the Hitmen went 4-0 in pool play. They beat Wildfire White 6-3, Sentinel Red 8-0, AZ Pro Blue 7-6, and Gauchos Red 8-0. And there's a swing and a miss, and Williams strikes out, 1 away in the inning for Luke Bowman. And then the Hitmen came from, I believe they were down 6 runs at one point against AZ Pro White in the semifinals, and I think they were down 5 runs going into the last inning and scored 6 to walk off and advance to the championship game. Pitch to Bowman misses away for ball 1. Now 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike, 2-1. Half swing and a foul ball evens the count at 2. A run in for the Hitmen in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out. They've still got runners at 2nd and 3rd. And a ground ball. That's beat foul third base side. Still 2-2. Buckley's 2-2. And that's fouled on the first base side. Here comes another 2-2 pitch and another foul ball. Buckley and Bowman in a battle here as the next pitch is low, and it's 3-2. Another lengthy at bat. Pitch number 9 will be the next one to Bowman. Ground ball picked up at short and on to first base. That is in time, so Bowman grounds out, but it's a productive out as he knocks in Burnett from third base, and the Hitmen have their second run of the fourth inning. They cut it now to 7-2. Jolly moves around to third base, and the batter is Lalo Jimenez. First one of Jimenez over for a strike. And a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Buckley ready again. And the 0-2 is a grounder foul outside of third base. Jimenez grounded out his first time up. And a pitch over for a called third strike, and Jimenez knew it. Buckley comes back to get a couple of strikeouts late, but gives up the first 2 runs of the game as the Hitmen scored 2. On just one base hit. They leave 1, and after 4, Hitmen trail the Gauchos 7-2. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Gauchos Gray in the top of the 5th inning. We see Crenshaw hit by a pitch, and so he moves to first base. Now Elijah Salaya for the Gauchos. And we'll see how the Gauchos respond as the Hitmen scored their first 2 runs of the ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning, and now the Gauchos batting in the top of the 5th. Runner goes, the pitch is high, the throw to second base. Got there ahead of the runner, but short hops Jimenez, and he can't pick it up clean, so Crenshaw steals the base. And a pitch over for a strike to Salaya. Fly ball, well fouling out of play down the left field side. Check back to second in the pitch. And this one fouled out of play down the right side. Lucas Wall next for the Gauchos. And a ground ball up the middle into center field. Runner's going to be sent around third base. The throw comes to the plate a little bit tardy. And it's an RBI base hit for Celaya, and it makes it 8-2. As that throw went to the plate, Celaya went to second base, so gets himself in a scoring position, stays out of a double play possibility. And a line shot into left field. That's in front of the left fielder. Thought it might have a play on it, but never thought about making the catch on the fly there, Carter Allen. So he plays it on a hop. And that puts runners at the corners for Bo Brisky. Time called from the Hitmen dugout, playing in the top of the fifth inning, 8-2 Gauchos. Hitmen with another pitching change as Lalo Jimenez is called on, trying to pitch out of more trouble here in the fifth, and that ball is crushed out to left field. And that ball is down, and a run will score. It was a great effort out there in left field, and I actually thought that he had it for a moment, but it will go as an RBI double for Bo Brisky. Celaya scores, Wall to third, and now Brisky at second. It's 9-2. And the batter is Kyler Reardon. Ball hit just foul down the right field line. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And a line drive over the head of the first baseman and down the right field line. One run will score. The throw will go. Yeah, they thought about going to second and now back to first base, and the runner gets back. Couple of runs in on the play, so it's a two-run single for Kyle Reardon. 5 straight have reached. The first 4 have scored for the Gauchos. They lead 11-2. And the batter is Tristan Poole. A high pop-up in the infield. And put away for out number 1. The first pitch to Tyler Hill over for a strike. 1 on, 1 out, 4 in for the Gauchos. They scored 3 in the first and 4 in the second. Now they've got 4 here in the 5th inning. Runner goes, pitch a strike, throw to second base. That's going to sail into center field as that ball tailed away from the second baseman. It's Connor Smith who took over at second. So a stolen base and then a throwing error moves Reardon to third. Infield moves in now for the Hitmen. Trying to cut off that runner at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, they count on Hill. And a ground ball to third. Runner's coming to the plate. The throw comes in, and out at the plate is Reardon. So Justin Williams throws to the plate. And that is out number 2. Hill aboard on a fielder's choice, and the batter will be Zach Lehman. And a line drive, and that's going to be a fair ball. And the runner's going to be waved around. They're going to be a play at the plate, and safe the call. Throw bounced in front of the catcher, Young, who made a nice play to even pick that one up. So Lemon with an RBI double brings in another run. It's now a 5-run inning. And it's 12-2. And here's Alfredo Zapata. Swing and a miss for a strike. Another one bounced in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a tapper on the first base side. Jimenez picks it up, throws to first base. And that will end the inning, but another big inning for the Gauchos. They score 5 in the top of the 5th, and after 4.5, they lead 12-2. 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Hitmen in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nate Young leads off. And Young takes high and goes all the way to the backstop, ball 1. Justin Williams, Connor Smith follow, and they face a new Gaucho pitcher. Emmett Flood is on to pitch the 5th inning. Some work to do here for the Hitmen as they trail 12-2, and a fastball misses away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And 3 balls and no strikes. And it's ball 4 to get the inning started. Young makes his way to first base, and Justin Williams makes his way to the plate. Runner at first base for the catcher is Skeeter Striglers. First one, Williams misses for a ball. 5 in a row out of the strike zone for Flood to start his outing. pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. High pop up, first base side, and this one will get just out of play. One and two on Williams. Connor Smith next. I mentioned how the Hitmen got to this championship game for Gauchos Gray. They went 3-1 in pool play. 1-2 is hit on the ground. That's a fair ball down the line. Throw it across the diamond, and that is in time. Well, a nice play over at third by Lassard. Fields that on the backhand down the line. And then throws a strike to first base to get Williams for out number one. Strigglers to second base, and now the batter Connor Smith. For the Gauchos Gray then, they shut out the Grinders 18U team by a score of 9-0 as that first pitch is over for a strike. They beat AZ Pro White 5-3, then lost to Gauchos White 4-3 before coming back to beat the Scottsdale Huskies Gold 15-0. That got them in as, I believe, the number 4 seed. And maybe, I guess it would have been 2 or 3. Hitmen probably were the number 1 seed. Anyway, they got them into the semifinals where they beat Rocky Mountain Black by a score of 7-5. 2-1 now, the count on Connor Smith. 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. 12-2 our score. And a ground ball tapped softly over to the right side, fielded there and flipped on to first base, and that's in time. And out number 2, a 4-3 ground out, moves Strigglers to third base. The batter will be Ramon Luna. Struck out his first time up. And a swing and a miss for a strike. And the next pitch misses for a ball. If Luna can reach base safely, then they'll turn the order over for the leadoff hitter, Carter Allen. Breaking ball misses away. 2 outs and a runner at third in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 the count to Luna. And he is hit by a pitch. So that will get us to the top of the order for Carter Allen. He'll bat with 2 aboard and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Allen over for strike 1. And the 1-strike pitch. Breaking ball, that's inside. It's 1-1. Runner goes. The pitch is inside. The throw to second base, not in time, and that'll get a run in. Luna steals second. Strigler scores. So a run on the board cuts it to 12-3. And a ground ball back up the middle, fielded by Flood. And he'll throw on to first base. And that is in time. Hangs his first baseman out to dry a little bit there, but Reardon able to hang on to it. And that is going to do it as the Hitmen get a run in the bottom of the 5th inning without a base hit, and they leave one, and we go final in the championship game as Gauchos Gray beat the Arizona Hitmen by a score of 12-3. For the Gauchos, 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 5 left. For the Hitmen, 3 runs on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. So that will do it as we wrap up the 2016 Desert Classic as we put this Upperclass Division Championship game in the books. Again, our final scores: the Gauchos Gray 12 and the AZ Hitmen 3 from Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear, Arizona. It's Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. Hope to talk to you again soon.